Once upon a time, a long time ago, I used to do a lot of origami. Well, I still do a lot of origami, but I used to make a bunch of flowers and then make like a bouquet out of them. And I kept one bouquet, but it's seen better days because it's been through quite a few moves, so I'm going to make a new one. But to start with, I need a bunch of paper that is not full origami size, that's as close to perfectly square as I can get. Which is why I'm using this guillotine here to make some. Well, it's not a guillotine, it's technically a paper cutter that my mom uses for scrapbooking and card making. But I call it a guillotine. I've also often joked that if the apocalypse ever happens, we could just detach the blade and handle portion and just use it as a machete. However, it has been a hot minute since I've made one of these flowers, and I don't quite remember how to do it. I know I've done it before, though. I've made like at least 18, I swear, and I'm close. I'm so gosh darn close in this clip, like you don't even know. I'm so gosh dang close, and then like I look up the instructions, or like I'm looking for the instructions because I thought I had saved some, because I know I'm forgetting one crucial fold and I just cannot for the life of me remember what it is. And here again, I'm close. Not quite, no cigar, but I'm close. I fudging can't get over how gosh dang I just just do the first fold. Gosh dang. Alright, so one Pinterest search later, I figured out what the first fold that I was missing was. And now I remember what I'm doing. Right here, I'm just marking out the areas that are visible when you fold the flower. Well, technically you make it one petal at a time, and then you glue the petals together. But I've changed camera angles here so that way you can see how to actually fold them. Well, sort of, my hand's kind of in the way. But what you do essentially is you take your square, you fold it in half diagonally to make a triangle, and then you fold the two bottom points of the triangle to the top point, and then you fold those flat. Like you open them up and then fold them flat. You can line up the middle crease there with where the paper edge is on the inside of that fold to keep it nice and square and clean. But then you fold down these little overhang bits, these extra bits, and later I fold those inside for a cleaner look on all of my flowers, but essentially you've done what you need to do to make a petal. But just so that way you guys can see what I'm doing a little bit clearer, I am going to color the sections of where the folds are. That way you can see which portions become what parts of the flower. In total, you have 3 sections on either side that become the center portion, the part where the pollen collects. I don't know what part of that flower is called, but that's what I'm coloring in now, is the 3 sections of that. And I used a pale yellow, I wouldn't necessarily call that a yellow, but I wouldn't call it an orange either. A yellow orange, and then just a straight up orange. But these are the sections that are not only visible, but are the ones that you need to fill with color to really have a nice looking flower by the end. There will be a section, though, that I leave white. That is where you glue the flower together, and I'll show you in a bit. Oh, my bad, there's 4 sections. Now, the inside of the petal is the diamond that gets partially covered by the pollen stems. So if you want that to be a different color, you need to keep track of which way the folds go. I think I fold this one backwards when I refold it, but the idea is the same. Once you get where your pollen stems are, it doesn't really matter which way you decide to make the outside or the inside of the petals. But for clarity's sake, I'm making the outside of the petals purple, and then the inside this kind of peachy pink color. Just again, so that way you can clearly see what parts become the inside and what parts become the outside. And this is all just to make one petal. You need 5 petals to make a full flower, and 12 flowers to make a full bouquet. So 12 times 5. Something like 60. You need 60 pieces of square paper. Sorry, it's raining where I am, so if you can hear that, I apologize. That's how you fold the flower into its proper shape, and then you kind of bend it without folding to get it to make the petal. Now you just add glue. I use paper glue here, but I change to hot glue when I make the bouquet. But that'll be an entirely different video, unfortunately. As you can imagine, it takes a little bit longer than 5 minutes to make a bouquet of flowers. But I'm just gonna show you again what the actual completed flower looks like and how you assemble it to make a bouquet. I like this because I'm allergic to real flowers. It being spring right now, I'm kind of suffering. So I apologize if I sound a little congested and or sniffly. I'm just a little allergied. Okay, a lot allergied, but still. The flower is almost complete, and yeah, that's how you make one full flower. 5 petals, and you get one flower. And you can glue these flowers together to make kind of like a sphere, which I've been referring to as a bouquet. But I will see you next time for that portion. I've discovered that editing takes too long in long increments, so I'm splitting it up. Thanks for watching.